What is the difference between payment due date and reporting dates? Whether it's a credit card or it's a charge card, I'm going to explain the difference right now. We're going to dive into My Credit Karma right now. We're going to actually make this a little bit smaller. When you come in here to the actual factors, we're going to come right in here to credit card use. We're going to select any one of the credit cards. Now, we're going to talk about credit cards here specifically because we like to talk more about utilization and how the reporting date influences that. So if you look here, this is my Wells Fargo card, which is my actual Built Rewards card. We're going to come in here and you can see credit limit's $28,000, balance is $2,650 because my mortgage payment plus the couple payments that I had to make to get the 5 transactions so that I get the points for my actual mortgage. When you look down here, you're going to see report information, and it says last payment made May 30th. This is my actual payment due date. However, if you come up here, you see this Wells Fargo really big, credit limit and open balance really big. This tiny, thin, faded out little line, this is your reporting date. They almost want you to think it's not very important. But here's what's important to know about it. Even if, let's say, I pay in full on the 30th of the month, which is when my due date is, right here, when you look here on the 12th, this is when they report the actual balance. So even if I pay in full, if I'm still reporting a balance on the 12th of the month, that is what negatively influences my utilization. Now, the good news is I'm only reporting 9%. The magic number to maximize your credit score is going to be 3%. You want to be below 10%. That's why 9% is still good. From 0 to 9%, you get points on your profile. From 10% to 29%, it's kind of like neutral territory. It's not helping your score, but it's not hurting your score. When you hit 30% utilization and higher, that is when you start negatively getting impacted. You start popping up on radars as a dangerous or risky borrower, and you start lowering your approval odds or your credit limits for any new accounts or new cards that you're trying to open. So you always want to be very, very aware. What is your actual payment due date and what is your actual reporting date? And this is where I suggest at a minimum you pay your credit cards twice a month. I would suggest maybe, let's just say, 2 weeks before your actual payment due date and then 2 or 3 days before your actual reporting date. You could get used to paying them every 2 weeks, but again, it's really important making sure that you pay right before this reporting date because this is the only day of the month that this balance matters towards influencing your credit score. So hopefully that was helpful information. If you guys want to learn more, if you have more questions, either put the comments below or send me a message or make sure to check out the 700 credit class where I teach all this stuff in depth.